I'm recording this for myself, and for anybody else that is going to ask me this question. He gave me 4 tries, and I fucked up 3 of them. The tries were over trading nudes with random people on Snapchat. And I didn't see it as cheating because there's no emotional investment in it, and there's no, like, it was just a transactional thing. You weren't getting anything out of it, and you weren't giving them it. Like, it wasn't something that you were emotionally invested in. So in my mind, it wasn't cheating. But he changed my perspective on that. But it took 3 tries to finally change my perspective on that. And now I see it differently. So yeah. 2 months into the relationship, I told him that I didn't think I was ready for a relationship. And that maybe we could get back together when I was in a better place. And he didn't agree with that. So there's that. So we stayed together. The 3rd month, he broke up with me in the morning, and then in the afternoon, he called me breaking down and saying that he wanted to get back together and that he wanted to live with me for the rest of my life and have kids with me and all this shit. And then I told him in response that I'm not letting him get back with me in the same day that he broke up with me, and that he needed to take a week before he made that decision to get back with me, because I know how emotions work and I wanted him to sort through his emotions and get logical before he decided to get back with me. A week later, he gets back with me. And I started trying to be better. I applied for college. I started brushing my teeth every night because I was neglecting my hygiene, dental hygiene, not my regular hygiene. I started eating better. I got a consistent sleep schedule. I deleted everybody I didn't personally know off of all my social media platforms, which was Snapchat, Instagram, and any games that I had that were online. And, yeah. I did all that. And I started checking in with him every single morning, evening, and night like he used to do with me. I asked him how his day was going. I told him I loved him in every message at the end. I was really putting in effort, which I couldn't do in the beginning because I didn't know how a relationship worked. He'd been in 5 relationships before me that all had lasted 1 month, and our relationship lasted 4.5 months. Yeah. So, he just told me that he lost feelings and doesn't feel the same way anymore. Today. And he said no when I asked him if there was a chance of us getting back together. So what I really want to do is just fucking kill myself at this point. I just want to take myself and throw myself off a cliff. I cut myself for the first time in my life and drew blood. It doesn't look that bad right now because I cleaned it and I washed it and I had a shower. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm still contemplating going into the kitchen and swallowing all my pills that I have and just fucking passing away. Because why not? The day he met me, he told me that he loved me. The first day he met me. I don't know, I'd never been in a relationship before. I was always used to being alone. I've had so many difficult points in my life that had nothing to do with relationships. And after having so much shit, you get to a point where you almost can't open up to people even if you want to, because your mind just won't let you, your subconscious won't let you. It doesn't work. And I wrote him like 10-page documents on how I function and why I function and how I work the way I do and why I work the way I do, and I told him shit that never told anyone. And he was the second person in my life that I've broken down in front of. I don't know. I just wish I could rewind time. I really wish I could. Because I did end up loving him. He did end up reaching his hand down into the bottom of my heart. And then he broke me. I don't want to go through this again. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to get another boyfriend. I'm not going to trade anymore. I haven't been trading for quite some time now. I'm not going to hook up with anyone, and I'm not going to do anything. And I haven't hooked up with anyone the entire time I was with him. Yeah. I love him. I love him. I really do love him. I want to hold him, and I want to sleep with him, and I just want him here in my arms. And I don't think any of this would have happened if this wasn't long distance. I wish it wasn't long distance, but circumstances happened that forced me to be in a different state. I had no control over that. And this was the inevitable result, and I know it's my fault. I know it's my bad that we're no longer together. I know I fucked up, and I know I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my entire fucking life. I was so used to being alone and only having myself and always having my guard up that I didn't know how to have somebody there with me, wanting attention from me and wanting affection from me and wanting to spend time with me, because I'd never had that. What I want to do is start working out. I want to start working out and make my body so goddamn irresistible that he salivates over it and he wants to come back to me. I want to get so goddamn successful that he can't tear his eyes away from me. I want to be everything he's ever wanted so that he comes back to me. That's what I want. I don't want this to be the end of us. And I don't want him to have truly gotten over me. Because if he truly got over me and he doesn't feel anything for me at all, it makes you feel so worthless. It makes you feel worthless. There's no other word for it. It makes you feel worthless. Just so fucking utterly insignificant that you're nothing. You're just not. You're just worthless. I started trying too late. I did too little too late. I wish I wasn't like this. He's telling me he's proud of me, that I'm trying to better myself, and he's telling me that I should keep bettering myself and that I should keep doing this and all that, and I'm over here wanting to die. Because I was doing all this stuff for you. I want him to call me. I want him to FaceTime me, and I want him to love me, and I want him to be here, and I want him to care about me. I want to sleep over the phone with him like we used to. I want to play games with him like we used to. I want to love him. I do love him, but I want him to love me. Because what's the point of life if he doesn't? I just want to hold him. I just want to hold him and hug him. I just want to hug him. I just want to hug him and snuggle with him and just be with him. I want him to check in morning, afternoon, and night like he used to. There's nothing I wouldn't give up for it to go back to the way it was and to get another chance. Nothing. There's nothing I wouldn't do. He's telling me that I need to love myself before I get into a relationship, and that's the problem, that I didn't love myself. And he's right. I don't love myself, because when you've been told your entire life that you're not enough and that you're insignificant and that you're just trash, basically, you don't believe anything else. I've never gone through this much effort to explain to someone why I am the way I am. I've never gone through this much effort to just make something work. I've already cried so much that I'm emotionally numb. So if you're wondering why I'm not crying, it's because I fucking can't. And watch, right after I shut this off, I'm gonna fucking bawl myself into a new fucking oblivion. But it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody's gonna watch this, let's be honest. But if someone does, then I hope you liked it. Because you probably like it more than he likes me. So here's me talking about my first heartbreak. And I gotta say, it hurts more than you ever think it could. Because you had the option to make it right, and you had the option to prevent it from happening, and you couldn't, and you didn't. And there's a quote or something that says, "Don't beat yourself up for something that a lesson only time could teach you." But I didn't. How could I not beat myself up when I know it's my fault? I was learning, I was adapting, I was figuring shit out. I just wish I figured it out sooner, so I could still be with them. I just want him to love me. Because I don't think anybody else ever will. Because who would love me? I'm so fucked up, it's not even funny. Not because of a heartbreak, but because of my life. I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so dumb. And I know that now. I want him back. Hmm. 20% battery. This is what I just saw. Good for you, phone. You're on 20% battery, and I'm on close to no percent on anything. Because the only fucking thing that loves me in this world is my cat over there. I don't know what else I can say. I just want them to come back to me. Really do. Because if he doesn't come back to me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how the rest of my life is gonna go. Because why should I have a life? Why? I don't want to live at this point. But I'm too cowardly to die. He got this for me. I've been wearing it every single day. The only reason I wasn't wearing it is because I just got out of the shower and I'm drying off and I didn't want the thing to get wet. So I just put it back on. Because this is the only piece I have left. And so I'm going to hold it as close to my heart as I can. Can't make this shit up. Broken up with 2 days before my favorite artist released their new album. Broken up with only a couple days after my birthday. You can't make that shit up. I just wish I could have done something differently, everything differently, because I love him. I'm never gonna stop loving him. I can't even post shit on my story or on my fucking Instagram music shit because he'll see it. I can't vent without him seeing it. And then I feel guilty because it's like, oh, he's gonna think I'm guilt tripping him or some shit, and he's gonna think I'm trying to fucking make him feel bad or some shit. And all I want to do is let the universe know my pain. I love him. I really do love him. And I don't think that's ever gonna stop. Tears. What a stupid fucking thing. I just want to hold him again. I want to sleep snuggled up with him in the same bed and just fucking stay there for all eternity because I love him so much. And I know nobody can tell how much somebody loves somebody by just hearing them say that they love someone, but I know how much I love him because I'm the one saying it. And I love him with every single atom and fiber of my being. Every single speck or whatever the fuck your soul's made up of loves him. So, I guess this marks the end of my first relationship. Hopefully it doesn't mark the end of my life. I don't even know what the date is. I think it's July 30th or something. I had so many things. I had so many things I wanted to do with him. I had so many things planned out. Stuff you didn't even know about. I had a fucking wedding playlist planned, made up of all the songs that he liked and I liked. I had fucking a ring planned when I got enough money, and I knew exactly which stone he would want. He wanted opal. One of the songs he likes is Locked Away by Bruno Mars, I think. His favorite song is My Way. Yeah. His favorite song is My Way by Frank Sinatra. I forget what his favorite band is called, but it has blackbirds on the front cover of one of their albums. And I actually liked some of the songs. I liked the songs, and I love him. We had boy names picked out. I had so many movies and TV shows and things I wanted to show to him, and watch together. I wanted to make a home with him. I want to make a home with him, and I want to show him all that shit. But that chance is gone. I haven't even gotten up to take my pills because I'm scared I'm just going to have an impulsive desire to swallow them all. So I'm not going to go near them. I'm just going to get something from the fridge and eat that because I didn't eat anything because I've been laying in bed listening to music all day. I've tried everything to try and distract myself from this and nothing's worked. Everything he's ever given me and everything I've ever bought while I was with him is in this room, on every wall and every surface. I'm done trying to find someone. Been there, done that. I'm alright with being single for the rest of my life. I'll build the home I want myself. I'll fucking do all the things that I wanted to do with him, with the children I'm gonna adopt. The children that would have been ours. I'm gonna do everything the same. It's just not gonna be with him. And he's gonna be off somewhere with someone else. I thought he was stupid in the beginning for asking me who certain people were. Like, who's this or who's that? And I didn't feel like telling him because I told him before and I thought it was his fault if he forgot and I shouldn't need to tell him again, but it's a shitty thing to do and I should have just told him. Because I know how it feels now. Like, my childhood best friend is named Nate. And he didn't know who Nate was, even though I told him about him 2 times before. And then a week or 2 ago, he was playing games with somebody named Parker. And I've not been able to get it out of my head who Parker might be. And I know that sounds incredibly insecure of me, but he already told me who all his friends were. And I'd already met all his friends. And I would have remembered the name named Parker because that's one of my favorite characters in a TV show I watch. I've made so many mistakes. And it didn't even matter that he gave me another chance because he didn't feel the same way anymore, so what was the point? I wish he just would have stayed with me. Because I feel like those emotions would have come back. And even if he did ever find this video, which he's not going to, but if he ever did, he probably wouldn't even watch all of it. Because he's over me, so why would he care to watch all of it? He probably didn't even read all the documents I sent him, which I spilled my heart out onto, where I tried to explain to him how I worked, and how I functioned, and how I live. I know he probably did, but I'm just lashing out because I'm sad. And I don't want to face that I'm sad, so I want to be mad. But I can't be mad because it's my fault. It's the only thing I can be is sad. I don't expect anyone to watch this video. It's for myself. I'm lying here watching the seconds tick up on this video as it turns to 45 minutes right now. Knowing that nobody would watch the entirety of this video. except me. I'll probably watch this video over and over again. If he ends up giving me a chance later down the road, I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to be the best person for him that I can. Because he didn't deserve what I did to him. And I didn't deserve some of the stuff he did to me, but that's how it went. The great moments were really great, and the bad moments were really bad. But the good moments were amazing. The silent moments where we would just hold each other and snuggle. Those were the moments I loved the most. I didn't care about sex, and I didn't care about shit like that. I cared about him. And I care about him. I don't... I'm using past tense. But I can't use past tense because I still care. And I'm not gonna stop. The only thing I can do is wish that he gives me a second chance later down the road. But what's the likelihood of that? There's so many things I wanted to do together. I fucking hate myself. And if he asked me right now to move back to where he is, I would do it in an instant. Because now, I actually can. I can finally move in with him. We can finally be together in the same house and love each other and hug each other and cuddle and kiss and just fucking spend time with each other. But of course, as soon as that fucking happens, he breaks up with me before I can even have a chance to tell him. This whole time he was worried about me cheating on him in person. And if I ever did, I probably would have fucking... I can't do that. I physically can't, because if I did, the guilt would kill me. I still feel guilty for taking one piece of candy from a main event fucking 10 years ago. When I was like 8 or something. I took one piece of candy from a prize box and hid it and fucking ate it later. And I still feel guilty about that. And that didn't affect anyone. They probably never even noticed it was gone. It was one stupid piece of candy and probably a bulk load of 100. And it didn't affect anyone. and I still feel bad about it. Bad enough where it'll get me down for multiple minutes. So imagine how fucking screwed up I'd be if I ever actually cheated on someone physically. I wouldn't be able to survive. And I know he has no reason to believe what I say, now or ever, but that's the only thing I can do. Is tell the truth and hope he believes me. There were just a lot of times where he would do things that would mirror what my mother did. And so I guess my mind categorized his behavior as the same type as her behavior, so I just brushed it off and didn't care. When in reality I should have stopped my mind and slowed it down and made it realize that this is my boyfriend, this isn't my mother. And I shouldn't be treating him this way, and I should be giving him more consideration. Because he's the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And now it can't happen. Because I was an irresponsible, immature piece of shit. I would say that it's good now that I know all this, because then I can use it to my advantage on the next person and give them my all, but I'm not going to have a next person. He's my everything and always will be. And I would do anything and everything for him. And I mean that. I'm not just bullshitting. I mean it. I'm talking like somebody's watching this. Nobody's watching this. Because nobody cares. God, I'm such a fucking piece of... Oh. I just want him back here. He went behind his friends' backs and stayed with me for basically a whole entire month without them knowing. Because he told them that I cheated on him because I sent nudes to another person on Snapchat. Which is the worst mistake of my life, because it cost me the best thing in my life. And that one person is never going to know how much they cost me. That one person who I'm never even going to remember their name, remember the image of whatever they sent me. I was scared this was a test that he was just saying he was breaking up with me so that he would see if I would immediately go on Grindr or immediately go on Duet and find another boyfriend. But I'm not going to do that, because I don't want another boyfriend. I want him. But I know that's not possible to have him. And I know it's not possible to get back with him. And I know that. I've come to reality with that. But I'm not going to pick anyone else. Because he opened my heart. And nobody else is going to be able to do that. My heart belongs to him now. I can feel it. And it's horrible that it belongs to him because he doesn't care anymore. Even though I love that it belongs to him because I love him. I've talked enough. I just wish I was honest with him the whole time. I wish we both could have handled this a better way and gotten back together later on and been happy. Because this was the only hurdle in our relationship. This was the only problem. And it was so fucking easy to get over. But I ruined it. Because I'm immature and stupid. This was literally the only problem. And because my mind decided to loop him together with the person who caused me the most pain in my life, I disregarded what he said and went against what he wanted. And that wasn't fair to him. And I know that and I see that. There hasn't been a person in my life who's been able to change my views on anything. When I have my mind set about something, I have my mind set, and then it can't be changed because in my mind, it's black and white. The trading was no emotional attachment, no emotional devotion, nothing was taken, nothing was ruined, it didn't cost anything and it didn't take anything away. So in my mind, that wasn't cheating because my heart and my devotion was all in him and not in this random person that I was trading with. And I saw it more as a pastime than something to take pleasure in. It was just something to fill the time rather than something to do. And I think partly I did it was because I didn't have a job or anything. I didn't have any responsibilities. And I wish I was more busy so that I didn't have the time to make those mistakes. I wish I could tell him all of this. I really wish I could. But I can't. Because I would feel like I'm guilt tripping him or trying to make him feel bad or trying to convince him to get back with me. And I don't want to convince him to get back with me as much as I would love if he did. I respect his decision. I really do respect his decision. An hour-long video. Of me spilling my heart to random strangers on YouTube whose retention rate probably won't fucking get past the first minute once they realize it's about a gay person, but it's fine. The only thing you need to take away from this video is that I fucked up. I wish I could undo it, but I can't. And that if he ever decides to get back with me, I'll do the very, 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 very best I can to make sure he never regrets it in any way, shape, or form. The last thing you need to take away is that I love him. I love him. I really do love him. I hope he doesn't find this video. And what are the chances he's going to find this video? He doesn't even know my YouTube account. I think that's the one thing I didn't share with him. So that's it. That's everything. That's everything I have to say. Is that I love him. I hope he gets the best life he can. And that I'm forever, basically forever, gonna wait for him. I know he's gonna find someone else way better. And I know he's gonna live really happy with that person. And I love that for him. But I'll be here. Because I love him. I really do love him.